Hello and welcome to a viewer requested episode from RC Empire featuring our Kyosho Neo Inferno ST 3.0, and welcome to part 1 of our look into some potential tyre options for this amazing stadium truck. As mentioned, we are here by popular demand because we've had quite a lot of people asking us to take a look at some of the tyres and wheel options that you can fit to this truck. So what we're going to do is test the ones we have here already, and when we get some more, we'll put a little part 2 episode together with some more proper trucky, buggy and racing tyres for this truck. But this is just a little fun tyre swap video and nothing too technical. So what we have here firstly are these really cool looking truck tyres, which are off an Xtm Mammoth ST, so another stadium truck. We also have these great looking on-road tyres, and finally the monster Proline Trenchers X 3.8s. And immediately as you start picking up each of these wheels and tyres, you can start to feel just how heavy some of them are compared to the stock ones. So what we also have is a set of scales, and before we fit them to the truck, we'll see how heavy each of these wheels and tyre sets are and how they compare to the stock ones, which are actually really lightweight. We have been really surprised by the stock ones, not only because they're so lightweight, but because they've given us excellent grip all round, from driving on grass to gravel to at the track, and I think they're a pretty good all round tyre. So if we remove the stock ones with the 17mm hex, underneath we've got these metal hubs, which I don't think we've shown you before, which are quite common across many of the Kyosho models, including some of the vintage ones, and I'm very happy to see that they are still in use today. They just feel more quality, they don't have any play in them like you get with a lot of the plastic ones, and you don't have to upgrade them to aluminium. So it's good to see that Kyosho have carried these over. But the stock wheels and tyres weigh in at 202 grams. So firstly, let's go for the lightest ones with the least rubber here, the on-road ones, which weigh in at 249 grams each. So 47 grams more than the stock ones on each corner. That's 188 grams more in total of unsprung mass, which I wouldn't mind using. The Xtm wheels and tyres come in at 308 grams each, so 106 grams more on each corner than the stock ones. And finally, the trenchers, which come in at a whopping 385 grams each. That's 185 grams more on each corner that the drivetrain has to deal with, which is a lot when you're constantly accelerating. And honestly, I don't think I'd use these with a Nitro model, because the clutch would be burnt out in no time trying to shift all that rubber. But let's fit the wheels onto the truck too, just so you can get an idea of the sizes. Now if we start off with these on-road tyres, these we will genuinely use, and we might actually use them for some on-road speed runs, so just fit them over the hub and screw them on. Now you can see that these look amazing, and we'll put the real ones on. And they really do look cool. A real sleeper of a truck right then. This thing would be king of the parking lot, hands down. And as you can see, there's also no interface with the body, which is perfect. Next, let's try the Xtm tires, and they fit on again nice and easily. And actually, these also look really good with those big yellow dishes. Still, no interface on the body at the back. On the front, however, on full lock, they do just cut into the body there, and you would tear the body right off if you were to run these on the front. What you could do, however, if you did want to run these, or if you wanted to convert this incredible platform into an electric model, with a higher torque motor and good gearing where you didn't have to worry about weight of tyres, is just make a nice neat cutout in the body shell and widen the front arch a bit. I do know Kyosho actually have an electric version of the Inferno 3.0 buggy coming out, which looks insane. I bet that's a super basher and a great racer as well, so we'd love to try one of those, and we'll put a link down below to that. Finally, the last set we've got here to try out today are the Proline Trenchers X 3.8, and these are big heavy tyres. You can see there the size even compared to the Xtm ones. On the rear, again they seem okay with good clearance. On the front however, they definitely hit against the body. And again, you could just cut a bit of the body away. And I should mention that none of the inside walls of any of the tyres we've tried here touched the inside of the hubs, so that's good as well. But how mean does that look? You can just see how much bigger they are than the stock ones. Again, I should mention, if you're going to put big heavy tyres like these on a Nitro truck, then do expect that the life expectancy of some of the parts will reduce, particularly the clutch and things like the diffs and the servo if it's not rated to handle the loads, but particularly the clutch. And you've got a split second where the clutch shoes are rubbing against the inside of the clutch bell before the RPMs are high enough to push the shoes out to grip the inside of the clutch bell and move the truck. Now with these centrifugal clutches, the more mass you have to move, the higher the RPMs will have to be to grip hard enough to the inside of the clutch bell to move the truck. And all the time the shoes are pushing on the inner edge of the clutch bell whilst it's not moving, trying to get grip. They are heating up and wearing out. And when they wear out like this, people will start to blame the manufacturer or the car or just the fact that it's a Nitro model, and it puts people off the hobby. Of course there's other factors. You can set up the clutch shoes to have weights in them and for the shoes to push out at different times and in different ways. I definitely use the on-road tyres we've got here today, possibly the yellow ones just for a quick bash around, but I don't think I'd use the trenchers, although Proline do make the narrower ones which are going to be lighter. But that's it. In the next episode we will be showing you a range of wheels and tyres that we definitely would use with this truck, including some proper track tyres and a few fun bashers. And we'll also be running the truck and doing some comparisons with those and the stock ones. But that's it for this video. I hope it's given you some idea of how much clearance you've got with some of the bigger monster truck wheels and what to look out for if you do want to buy some basher tyres. But that's it. Please do rate, comment and subscribe for future content. Thank you for watching and see you soon.